Hello and welcome to Cutting Words. I'm Brad Thompson and today we're going to take a look at the new Unearthed Arcana that's just been released from Wizards of the Coast, the Heroes of Krynn. Alright, so this Unearthed Arcana basically confirms the Dragonlance setting is in the works. It'll be coming out at some point, probably near the end of the year, a setting book for Dragonlance, for Dungeons & Dragons. So in this Unearthed Arcana we have a new race option, the Kender, Sorcerer Subclass, the Lunar Magic subclass, some backgrounds, and some new feats. Alright. So we've got the basic race preface options here, just mentioning, you can choose whatever step you want, now, any language you like, etc, etc. So don't need to go over that, because that's pretty stock standard now. Here we go, the Kender. So, native to the world of Krynn, Kender are diminutive humanoids that look like humans with pointed ears and diverse appearances. Kender have a supernatural curiosity that drives them onto adventures, big and small. This curiosity is said to be connected to the whimsical magic of the Feywild, that some believe Kender have a high affinity for. Due to their curiosity, many Kender have found themselves falling through gates and portals to other planes and worlds. Alright. Unknown to most mortals, a magical phenomenon surrounds a Kender, spurred by their curiosity and love for trinkets, curios, and keepsakes. A Kender's pouches or pockets will be magically filled with these objects. No one knows where these objects come from, not even the Kender. This has led many Kender to be mislabeled as thieves when they fish their items out of their pockets. Alright, so, and here we go, the Kender traits. So you are humanoid, you are small, walking speed of 30 feet. So what they've gone through and done now from Monsters Multiverse and going forward is, no matter what size you are, your speed is always at least 30 feet. So small races are getting bumped up to have 30 feet movement. Alright, you got Brave, so you got the Halfling Brave feature. You have advantage on saving throws you make to avoid or end the frightened condition on yourself. And here we go, the Kender Ace. So starting at 3rd level, you possess a magical ability to pull an item out of a bag or another container. As a bonus action, you can reach into a container you're carrying and roll on the Kender Ace's table to determine what item you pull out. The object glimmers softly and disappears after 1 hour. You can use this bonus action a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus and regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. Alright, so we first get this level 3, you can use this twice. Okay, and they glow, so kind of suspiciously fake then. Alright, so D6 options. So here we go. 5d6 gold pieces. Here's some gold. 1 simple weapon of your choice that has the light property. 1 item of your choice from the adventuring gear table in the player's handbook. The item must cost no more than 1 GP and weigh no more than 1. Alright. 1 random item from the trinkets table in the player's handbook. Your choice of a crowbar or grappling hook. 1 item of your choice from the tools table in the player's handbook. The item must cost no more than 10 GP. Okay. So, nothing terribly exciting in the other options. I mean, useful in tier 1, but once you reach level 5 and onwards, plus those lower levels, I can't see too much use for any of that. So, could be fun roleplay at least. Alright, another ability, Taunt. You have a supernatural ability to home in on a creature's emotional raw nerves and craft a taunt that flusters that creature. As a bonus action, you can unleash a barrage of insults at a creature within 60 feet of you that can hear and understand you. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw. DC equals 8 plus proficiency plus charisma. Or it has disadvantage on attack rolls until the start of your next turn. You can use bonus action a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. Okay, that's not a bad feature. Giving someone disadvantage is pretty good. And bonus action option. So for those who don't get many good bonus actions, Kender at least has plenty of those. Okay. And that's what they get. Okay. Definitely, after Monsters of the Multiverse, I've definitely felt spoilt for race abilities, and I feel like Kender's a little lacking, actually. Okay. That's Kender. Alright, Sorcerer Subclass. At first level, a sorcerer gains the Sorcerer's Origin feature, which offers you the choice of a subclass. The following options available when making that choice. Lunar Magic. On many worlds, the moon is revered celestial body with magical properties. On Krynn, the gods of magic are associated with the world's 3 moons. On the world of Toril, the god Saloon uses the light of the moon to battle. Darkness on Ebron. Darkness. On Ebron, scholars of the Draconic Prophecy decipher ancient secrets from the waxing and waning of the world's 12 moons. You, or someone from your lineage, has been exposed to the concentrated magic of the moon or moons of your world, imbuing you with lunar magic. Perhaps your ancestor was involved in a druidic ritual involving an eclipse, or maybe a mystical fragment of a moon crashed near you. However you came to have your magic, your connection to the moon is obvious when you cast sorcerer spells. Consult the manifestations of Lunar Magic table, then choose or randomly determine how your connection to the moon manifests while you cast your sorcerer spells. Alright. So yes, don't think too hard about how you inherited that moon magic. What did your ancestors do to the moon? Alright. Manifestation Lunar Magic. So, when you cast sorcerer spells, you can either glow with faint light that matches the color of a moon from your world. Your pupils shift in shape, matching the current phase of a moon from your world. Spectral manifestations of the moon or moons of your world orbit you. Your shadow is limed in faint light, as if it were a lunar body during a solar eclipse. Okay. That's definitely what I found, especially a lot of these recent sorcerer subclasses have these manifestations options here, and because of that, it does make subtle spell actually a bit more challenging, because it's pretty obvious you're doing something at least, because every time you cast a spell, subtle or not, you're still doing some extra effects happening, so something to pay attention to. Alright, first ability, Moonfire. You can call down the radiant light of the moon. On command, you learn the Sacred Flame spell, which doesn't count against the number of sorcerer cantrips you know. When you cast a spell, you can target one creature as normal, or target 2 creatures within range that are within 5 feet of each other. So free twin casting of Sacred Flame. Okay. So not just Sacred Flame, but it's a twin, like a free twin. They're next to each other. Okay. It's a nice freebie. You have all the cantrips. Sorcerers already start with the most cantrips, so here's have another one. Okay. Not bad. Definitely help out in those early levels when you're cantripping more than not. You run out of resources pretty quick. Normally a sorcerer at low level. So that's pretty nice. And Lunar Embodiment. So also at first level, you learn additional spells when you reach certain levels in this class. As shown in the Lunar Spells table, each of these spells counts as a sorcerer spell for you, but it doesn't count against the number of sorcerer spells you know. Okay. And then we got 3 spells per option. Oh, so many spells. A lot of spells, because yeah, the recent ones that came out in Tasha's, the Clockwork Soul and the Eldritch Mind, or Aberrant Mind, has 2 spells per spell level they gain. This one gains 3. It's a lot of spells. Alright, so when you finish a long rest, you can choose what lunar phase manifests its power through your magic. Full moon, new moon, or crescent moon. While in the chosen phase, spells of the associated phase in the lunar spells table can be cast once without expending a spell slot. Once you cast a spell in this way, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest. Okay, so you get, You choose what one chosen phase. Okay, so you get. It doesn't. So you get all your spells on your spell list, no matter what. Each of these spells count as a sorcery spell for you. Okay, so you spells you know. Yeah, so you get them. So you know all these spells. So every spell level you gain 3 more known spells, which is huge. Sorcerers normally struggled with how many spells they can know, which was remedied quite a bit with those recent Tutasha's subclasses, but this one gives you not 2 but 3, which is huge. So many spells. Oh, Death Ward level 5 is interesting because it's a level 4 spell. You can't cast level 4 spells then. So that's a mistake. But yeah, so many spell options. It's pretty good. And then also, you also get a bunch, you choose one list of these spells. You can cast them each once free a day. Once per long rest. So much spell casting. So you probably even need to worry about resorting to cantrips. You're always going to be set for spells. Oh, so good. And that's just level 1. Okay, what else we get? Moving on. So Lunar Boons. At 6th level, you get lunar phases influence your meta magic. Each lunar phase is associated with spells of the following schools of magic. Full moon, abjuration and conjuration spells. New moon, evocation and necromancy spells. Crescent moon, divination and transmutation spells. Whenever you use meta magic on a spell from the lunar spells table or a spell of a school of magic associated with the lunar phase you are in, you can reduce the sorcery points spent by 1 to a minimum of 0. You can reduce the sorcery points spent for your magic a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus and regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. Right, so it's a very convoluted way to basically say you save 3 sorcery points because your proficiency bonus at this point is 3, and eventually, you know, a high level will eventually get up to 6. So, I mean, it seems like a long-winded way of saying have 3 more sorcery points. Because yeah, you can't use a discount very often. It's only by 1. Yeah, all right. And all right, what else we get? Level 6, you gain greater control over the phases of your lunar magic. As a bonus action, you can spend 1 sorcery point to change your lunar phase for a different one. Okay, so rather than the long rest thing, so we go back. Rather than to decide which moon you are in your long rest, you can bonus action this moon now, and this moon now. And I'm guessing, choosing spells, phase, you get the free cast then? So you change moons, and now I cast my full moon spells. And now I'm going to bonus action, spend a sorcery point. I'm now new moon. I'm going to cast all these spells now. You'll never run out of spells in Adventuring Day. You are sorted. So yeah, so new moon gets Fairy Fire, Moonbeam, Death Ward somehow, freedom of movement, and mass cure wounds. Healing options of sorcerer is always nice. New moon, distant whispers, darkness, bestow cursed. Everyone's black tentacles mislead. Crescent moon, sanctuary, blindness, deafness, phantom steed, nice. Hallucinatory terrain and dream. Okay. And yeah, you can switch between them. Okay. It's actually, I think stealth quite strong. Compared to with their massive spell list. Alright. And then level 14 for those who have reached that high. Normally when I hit subclasses to play, like, well, look at the first couple of options and then, sure, I mean, normally most campaigns end by level 12. So, but yeah, let's have a look at 14. The power, lunar empowerment. The power of a lunar phase saturates your being. Whenever you choose a lunar phase to affect your magic, you also gain the following benefit associated with that phase. So when you're in full moon, you shed bright light in a 10-foot radius and dim light for an additional 10 feet. In addition, you and creatures of your choice have advantage on saving throws while within the bright light you shed. Well, the move over paladin, the sorcerer is here to give you advantage on your saving throws. Nice little aura. Though glowing all the time could be annoying. Walking around in social encounters or trying to stealth around. Turn on the light. I can't help but glow. So that's interesting. It's always nice, a double-edged sword type of abilities when there's pros and cons there to weigh up. Alright, then you got New Moon. You have advantage on dexterity stealth checks. In addition, while you're in dim light or darkness, attack rolls have disadvantage against you. So that's quite nice. Especially if you were like a melee sorcerer or something. That could be quite cool. Alright. And then the Crescent Moon. You have resistance to necrotic and radiant damage. Oh, you're Esma now. Alright, sure, why not? Okay. Oh, not bad, level 14 in feature. Alright, what we got next? And again, you can, from the level 6 feature, you can bonus action switch between the three. So really, if you're playing this class, you're going to have to really keep track which moon you're in currently. Yeah. Okay. Alright, level 18, their capstone. Your lunar phenomenon. Your lunar phase magic bursts. As a bonus action, you can tap into a special power of the lunar phase you are currently in. Alternatively, as part of the bonus action you take to change your lunar phase using your waxing and waning feature, you can immediately use the power of the lunar phase you're entering. Well, that's nice, because there's a lot of bonus action stuff going on here. I feel like you can definitely bonus action clog up, just not enough bonus actions, so it's nice. It gives you as a freebie when you change. Full Moon. You radiate intense moonlight for a moment. Each creature of your choice within 30 feet of you must succeed on a Constitution saving throw against your spell save DC or be blinded until the end of its next turn. In addition, one creature of your choice in that area regains 3 hit points. Okay. Not bad. What else we got? New Moon. You momentarily emanate an oppressive gloom. Each creature of your choice within 30 feet of you must succeed on a dexterity saving throw against your spell save DC, or take 3d10 necrotic damage, and have its speed reduced to 0 until the end of its next turn. In addition, you become invisible until the end of your next turn, or until you make an attack or cast a spell. Okay. Crescent Moon, you slip through light and darkness. You can magically teleport to an unoccupied space you can see within 60 feet of yourself. In addition, you can also gain resistance to all damage until the start of your next turn. Oh, not only were you Esma before, now you're also Shadowkai. Sure, sounds good. Once you use a phase bonus action, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest, unless you spend 5 sorcery points to use it again. So it's per phase, moon phase, so you basically get 3 different abilities, and you can use each one once for free. Okay. So much stuff, because the whole, triple feature theme going through just means you get so much stuff in the subclass. Okay. And I can definitely see some interesting moon themes going on, like some kind of lycanthrope moon sorcerer. Could be interesting rather than being maybe a martial kind of lycanthrope. You could be more of a spellcaster one using the power of the moon. With a moon theme party, you've got moon druid, moon sorcerer, maybe like a twilight cleric. Could do like a whole moon theme. Quite interesting. Definitely looks like a fun subclass. Very strong. Has so many options. This effect has so many options. You're not going to run out of resources, I don't think. Which is nice, because sorcerers normally have that problem, so it definitely solves that quite a bit. Interesting. A lot of potential, I think. Interesting to see what ends up looking like when it gets through playtesting and what the final release will be. But yeah, okay. Next, we got the backgrounds. Alright, the backgrounds. So we have Knight of Solamia. You are trained to be a valorous warrior known as Knight of Solamia. Strict rules guide your every action, and you work to uphold them as you strive to defend the weak and oppose all forms of evil. Your honor is as important to you as your life. Cool, and you just get athletics and survival, a musical instrument, 1 language, including your rank, you have cards, a set of common clothes, a pouch, 10 GP. Okay, pretty standard knight stuff. Feature Squire. You gain Squire of Solamia Feat. Recent land document. So cool, your Feat. So they had backgrounds that gave feats in Strixhaven book as well. So I'm wondering, at least they're doing it so far in separate setting books, I wonder if that'll be something they'll have when they redo the player's handbook in a few years' time. Whether they'll bring that more and more. So instead of the background feature of just you get a free drink, or well, those lackluster ones, I mean, most of them are pretty lackluster and don't get used very often because, well, yeah, it's a free drink. You get free drinks at the pub, okay. Instead getting these feats, that could be interesting. Definitely a power creep as well. Okay, so that's that one. And it's just characteristics for the night. Okay. And all that. Let's move on. Mage of High Sorcery. Your talent for magic came to the attention of the Mages of High Sorcery, an organization of spellcasters that study magic and prevent its misuse. You have trained among the mages, but whether or not you'll face the dangerous test required to become a true member of the group remains to be determined. Your passion for studying magic has likely already predisposed you toward one of the organization's 3 orders: the Benevolent Order of White Robes, the Balanced Pursuing Order of Red Robes, or the Ruthless Order of the Black Robes. In the world of Krynn, many refer to the Mages of High Society as the Mages of High Sorcery as the Wizards of High Sorcery. The organization accepts more than wizards though, with bards, sorcerers, warlocks, and other spellcasters included among their ranks. Just broadening out for D&D. Alright. So the Arcana and History, 2 languages, a bottle of coloured ink pen, a set of common clothes, and a pouch containing 10 GP. And Initiate of High Sorcery. You gain Initiate of High Sorcery feat. Okay. And also give you free lodging. Alright. Cool. And yeah, we just got all personality traits and trinkets again. Alright, the feats. Okay, we get quite a few feats. Okay. Adept of the Black Robes. Prerequisites. So we got some prerequisites again. Again, this is something they did with the feats in Strixhaven. So I wonder if feat trees could be back. Or more feat trees, and whether they'll make that a mainstream thing when they redo the player's handbook. So who has the feat slots to take all these feat trees? So I'm not sure how they're going to balance that out. So prerequisite, 4th level, high, so at least level 4, you're going to be high sorcery initiate feat, so they have the pre-feat before that, and any non-good alignment. So you can't be good. Okay, so actually, it's interesting. They're going back to having things that care about your alignment, because that's definitely hasn't been much of that at all. Things that actually check and care about your alignment beyond, your general role play. So that's interesting. Okay. Your ambition and loyalty to the Order of the Black Robes has been recognized, granting you these benefits. Ambitious magic. You learn 1 second level spell of your choice. The second level spell must be from an evocation or necromancy school of magic. You can cast this feat's second level spell without a spell slot, and you must finish a long rest before you can cast it this way again. You can also cast a spell using spell slots you have on the appropriate level. The spellcasting ability is the one chosen from when you gained an Initiate of High Sorcery feat. Okay, also you get Life Channel. You can channel your life force into the power of your magic. When a creature you can see within 60 feet of you fails a saving throw against a spell you cast, you can expend a number of hit dice equal to the level of the spell. Roll number of hit die equal to half the number of hit die expended, rounded up, and damage the triggering creature takes increases by an amount equal to the total rolled of those dice. Right. Okay, so it's like a Force Lightning Emperor Palpatine type thing. You spend your own life force to boost the damage of the spell. Alright. Limitless power! I guess it makes sense for Adept of the Black Robes. Okay. Dark Side of the Force. There's no stat bumps or anything else, though. I'm wondering if these prereq feats you build up are going to be designed for, not necessarily for you to take at appropriate levels, but instead something to be awarded through role-playing and building yourself up through the ranks of these organizations, and whether it's going to be set up so it's not something you would take, instead of a feat or a stat bump, it would just be an additional thing you were awarded. Here, have this free feat. Because there's no stat bump or anything on this. And I mean, it gives you a free spell and ability, which is nice. But it's potentially balanced the fact that, yeah, I wonder if it's going to be designed that way. Because it seems good, but it doesn't seem like you want to spend a whole feat slot on that. So yeah, okay. We're edit on red robes. So this is 4th level, high sorcery feat, no alignment restriction. Alright. Your pursuit of truth and dedication to maintaining the balance between all things has been recognized by the Order of Red Robes, granting you these benefits. Insightful Magic. You learn 1 2nd level spell of your choice. The 2nd level spell must be from the Divination or Transmutation School of Magic. You can cast a spell, 2nd level spell, without a spell slot. You must finish a long rest before you can cast it in this way again. You can also cast a spell using a spell slot you have of the appropriate level. The spellcasting ability is the one chosen when you gain in the high sorcery feat. Alright, and let's see it. Magical balance. When you roll an attack roll, an ability check, or saving throw, and roll a 9 or lower on the d20, you can use your reaction to balance fate and treat the roll as a 10. You can use this reaction a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. Wow, that's pretty good. I mean, it's unfortunate using your reaction, because if you're a spellcaster, your reactions are precious with shield and counterspell and whatnot, but that's pretty nice. There you go. I just really bombed out in that saving throw or whatever. Let's make that a 10. Maybe it's good enough. Plus my bonuses. Not bad. Okay. Adept of the White Robes. 4th level, initiate of high sorcery feat, any non-evil alignment. Your oath to use magic to make the world a better place has been recognized by the Order of the White Robes, granting you these benefits. Protective magic. You learn 1 2nd level spell of your choice. The 2nd level spell must be from the Conjuration School of Magic. You can cast this feat 2nd level spell without a spell slot, and you must finish a long rest before you can cast it in this way again. You can also cast a spell using your spell slots. You have the appropriate level. Yada yada yada. Protective ward. When you or creature you can see within 30 feet of you takes damage, you can use your reaction to expend a spell slot and weave protective magic around the target. Roll a number of d4s equal to the level of the spell slot expended and reduce the damage the target takes by the total rolled on those dice plus your spellcasting ability modifier. Okay, that's pretty cool. Damage reduction. Can use reaction though. But yeah, spellcasters don't want to use their reaction. But yeah, okay. Divine Communications. Prerequisite 4th level Divinely Favored feat. Okay. Your connection to your god deepens, granting you these benefits. Ability score increase. Okay, so your step up. Ability score of the spellcasting ability chosen when you gain the Divinely Favored feat by 1 to extra 20. Okay, so pre-feat. Celestial Tongues. You learn to speak, read, and write Celestial and 2 other languages of your choice. Divine Omens. You can cast Augury and Commune spell without a spell slot. And you must finish 1d4 long rest before you can cast it in this way again. You can also cast a spell using spell slots you have of the appropriate level. The spell casting ability, one chosen from your gained from the Divinely Favored feat. 1d4 long rest. Good luck keeping track of that. Okay. That's so weird. It's definitely a bit different. I don't always see that. 1d4 long rest. Okay. Interesting. Okay, Divinely Favored. This is a prerequisite feat. A god has chosen you to carry a spark of their divine power. You learn the Thaumaturgy cantrip and 1 1st level spell based on the alignment of your character, as specified in the alignment spells table. You can cast a chosen 1st level spell without a spell slot, and you must finish a long rest before you can cast it in this way again. You can also cast the spell using any spell slots you have. The spellcasting ability for this feat spell is Intelligence, Wisdom, or Charisma. Choose when you select this feat. Okay. So you cantrip and a 1st level spell. Alright. And then alignment spells. choose one first spell. So evil, so you get Warlock or Wizard spell. Good, Cleric or Wizard spell. Neutral, Druid or Wizard spell. In addition, you can use your Holy Symbol as a spellcasting focus for any spell you cast that uses spellcast ability you choose when you select this feat. Well, that's okay. So you get like a worse magic initiate, and it's a prereq to get to the cool one afterwards. All right. Initiate of High Sorcery. This is the prereqs to those other ones, and then prerequisites Apprentice of High Sorcery. Okay, there's another prereq. Was it the background? I think. Yeah. Okay. So you receive training from magic users affiliated with the Mages of High Sorcery. Choose one of the 3 moons of Krynn, each of which is associated with a distinct type of magic. The Black Moon, Nutri. I'm going to butcher these names. The Red Moon, Lunatary, or the White Moon, Solitary. You learn 1 cantrip and 1 first level spell based on the moon you choose, as specified in the Lunar Spells table. You can cast chosen first level spell without a spell slot, and you must finish a long rest before you can cast it in this way again. You can also cast the spell using any spell slots you have. Your spellcasting ability for this feat spells is Intelligence, Wisdom, or Charisma. Choose when you select this feat. Okay. Choose 1. So you get 1 cantrip and 1 first level spell of those. Okay. So you're just giving out. I guess this is the one you get from the feats, from the background. So you get a weaker version of Magic Initiate. Just get 1 spell, first level spell, and 1 cantrip. Okay. Yeah, I think I feel like these feat trees are designed potentially just be awarded as opposed to picked up with regular feat slots. Okay. Alright, Knight of the Crown. 4th level Squire of Squire Feet. You're a Knight of Squire aligned with the Order of the Crown, a group of extols the virtues of cooperation, loyalty, and obedience. You excel in group combat and gain these benefits. Increase your strength or dex score by 1 to a maximum of 20. You also get tactical teamwork. When a creature you can see within 30 feet of you makes an attack roll against another creature that is within 5 feet of you, you can use your reaction to grant advantage on the attack roll. You can use this reaction a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and you'll gain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. Okay. You can use your reaction. Okay. You'll make your rogue very happy. Alright. Because it's just 1 attack or all attacks? Advantage on the attack roll. Yeah, just 1. Yeah. You'll make your rogue very happy. Knight of the Sword. You are a Knight of Somia aligned with the Order of the Sword. A group devoted to heroism and courage, bravery, steals your spirit, granting you these benefits. This is now the 4th level and requiring Squire Feet. Disciplined Spirit. You gain proficiency in Intelligence, Wisdom, or Charisma. Saving throws, your choice when you take this feat. Okay. Proficiency. Oh, cool. So you get. Oh. So you proficiency in that and Wisdom. And then, okay. And then later on, you can potentially pick up the Resilience feat and get another saving throw proficiency. That'd be nice. You know, saving throw proficiencies are hard to come by. So that's pretty cool. Also, you get Willpower. Immediately after you or a creature you can see within 30 feet of you fail an Intelligence, Wisdom, or Charisma saving throw, you can expend a hit die. The saving throw increases by an amount equal to a roll of that hit die, potentially turning a failure into a success. Once you turn a failed saving throw into a successful one using this feat, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest. Okay. I like these extra options for spending hit die. It's quite cool. But yeah. Only helpful once, though, a day. But yeah, otherwise, pretty cool. Okay. Knight of the Sword, good at passing saving throws. Knight of the Rose. Okay, 3rd option. You're a Knight of Slamia aligned with the Order of the Rose, a group known for leadership, justice, and wisdom. Your resolve grants you these benefits. This is another prereq being 4th level and the Squire Feet. Ability score increases, so increase your con or charisma score by 1 to maximum 20. Bolstering Rally. when you roll initiative, you can choose up to 3 other creatures you can see within 30 feet of you. Each creature you gain temporary... Each creature you can gain temporary hit points equal to your roll of your hit die, plus your proficiency bonus, plus the ability modifier of the ability score increased by this feat. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus and regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. Okay, that's pretty cool. So you're not locked into... Normally these temporary hit point abilities are tied to charisma, so this was quite nice. You can tie it to con instead, as well as chaining off your hit die and proficiency bonus. So that's pretty cool. And also it's interesting that it triggers it when you roll initiative. I definitely wonder if they're going to go more that way with abilities that trigger when you roll initiative. As a lot of these abilities coming out these days and revisions they've been releasing have been getting rid of short rest and making things more proficiency times per long rest. And so I'm wondering if some abilities may then also be shifted to be when you roll initiative trigger as well. And I'm wondering if short rest is going to be gone away with entirely based on these changes that are coming out from them. So it'll be interesting to see, when the player's handbook is released and redone in a couple of years. Yeah, interesting. But it seems to be going that way. Okay. And, the Squire Feet, right. So this is the feat you get when you take the background, which the background is a prerequisite for the feat. Your training the ways of the Knights of Islamia grants you these benefits. You gain proficiency with medium armor and martial weapons. Oh! Wait, so there's a background that gives you a feat that gives you proficiency in medium armor and martial weapons. Okay. That's pretty good. Defense Rider. You have advantage on saving throws made to avoid falling off a mount. Sure. Encouraging Rally. When another creature you can see within 30 feet of you makes a saving throw, you can use your reaction to inspire them. If the target can hear you and understand you, it gains advantage on the saving throw. Must use reaction, you can't do so again to finish a long rest. That's nice. Okay. Oh. Okay, these knights are pretty good. And that's it. Great. Well, I suspect, these feats and backgrounds are going to be locked into that setting, playing a campaign in that setting, but otherwise, that's pretty cool. A lot of potential there. I wonder if that's how feats are going to go going forward when they redo the player's handbook. That'll be interesting. Okay. And the Lunar Sorcerer, I really like the look of that. We'll just see how they tone it down going forward, because it surely won't be that good when it comes out. But it's pretty good. Kender, bit on the weak side. Alright, so that's the Unearthed Arcana. That came out, first one of 2022, I want to say. Yeah, so we're going to see what more they release and kind of snippets they reveal as more and more details of what they're changing, how they're modifying things for when they re-release the core rules in a couple of years' time. You can kind of see the way the winds are blowing. I'm Brad Thompson, and this has been Cutting Words. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please consider doing so. It really helps, and it means you don't miss any of these videos as they come out. Alright, until next time, see ya!